I'm still the number one option. Yeah. I mean, y'all might look at it differently. I don't look at it no different. Just go out there and be myself. Shoot my shots, play defense, and, you know, they got to fit in to play around me. That's how I feel.
As y'all can hear, Anthony Edwards is not in the most quiet place. There's a lot of noise in the background. I'm going to paraphrase and tell you what he said, which was basically, I'm the number one option. Y'all might feel differently about it. That's how I feel. I'm going to just be me, shoot my shots, play defense, and everyone else got to fit in around me. Let me say this now, speaking for myself. Anthony Edwards is going to soon become a polarizing figure. You're going to have some individuals, fans out there who don't like when he's saying these kind of comments. They're going to see him as somebody who's full of himself. Then you're going to have people like me where I'm not annoyed by this at all. I actually find it more entertaining and amusing, if anything. Let's also remember, during the FIBA World Cup, Anthony Edwards made very similar remarks as to what he thought his role should be when Steve Kerr had suggested he should come off the bench. I got the quote right here. He said, I mean, of course I wasn't cool with it. If that's what it takes, I mean, I'm willing to do it. But nah, I'm never cool with that. He said Dwayne Wade came off the bench when Kobe played. I was like, all right, we don't have a Kobe, but all right. But it was cool. This team, however, does have guys who are actually ranked above Kobe on some people's all-time list. We're going to get into those players. But I believe a lot of NBA players, if not all, have this kind of feeling that Anthony Edwards does. Even the guys who maybe are not necessarily stars, they have this level of confidence where they feel I could be that guy. The only difference is not only does Anthony Edwards actually have the skill set of a superstar, he actually has that rare sort of personality that he doesn't care how it comes across. He's just going to say, I'm the best. And that's the difference between him and a lot of other superstars. They're going to give you that politically correct answer that involves playing around the team, making my teammates better. And I don't want to sweep that under the rug and say that doesn't matter or that doesn't have a place, or guys like Tim Duncan don't belong in the NBA. It's just, as a fan, when you hear somebody like Anthony Edwards this candid, it does stand out. With that being said, that doesn't mean I agree with him, and that doesn't mean that I go along with everything he says just because it may be amusing or interesting to watch. To fully understand what I mean, I'm going to play this clip from the 92 Dream Team, and once you see it, you'll probably get the direction I'm going in and really see the difference I'm trying to hammer home.
His energy is real high. He feels like he's in an opportunity to prove himself, showcase that, hey, look, I'm still Magic Johnson. I still dominate this game.
Magic was saying, you ain't the guy, and we got other players in this gym. Michael's like, no, it's over. This is mine. And the funny thing was, Larry was sitting on the side, going, it's his.
As you hear, there's nothing new. 30 plus years ago, there was this fight for the number one spot on Team USA. For the most part, it's all superstars on this squad, with the exception of maybe a few role guys here and there that you put on the squad. But other than that, these are all high caliber level players. And this is even more significant since Anthony Edwards is often compared to Michael Jordan. Here's the context, though, that separates MJ between Anthony Edwards in this situation. Michael Jordan at this point won his second championship in a row. The first one, he beat the Los Angeles Lakers, which had a Magic Johnson. He's now going up against Magic as a champion himself as well, but Magic is at the tail end of his career, as is Larry Bird. It's a new era that's coming in. With Anthony Edwards, he's still a young guy, still hasn't sniffed the NBA Finals as of yet, let alone getting a championship on a team with Steph Curry that has 4 rings. LeBron got 4 himself. KD got 2. But that's really the interesting part, because you could argue the impact about those 2 rings, how we got it, and then Anthony Edwards sweeping them out of the playoffs this year. So that's a little bit dicey. But then Kawhi himself got 2 rings. Jason Tatum just won, obviously. I'm going to get to him in a bit. Drew Holiday got a ring. He's not a superstar. So there's clearly guys on this team, whether they're at the tail end of their career or not, who are champions and can still put up numbers and still play great. On top of that, if you want to put rings aside, you still got Joel Embiid on this team, who has an MVP. If he's healthy, he may be the number 1 guy on this squad. And I think there's a very good chance he would have got MVP again this year had he not got injured and got messed up with the whole 65 minimum game rule. So he was ineligible to get MVP. So yeah, if we're being honest, as much as I love Anthony Edwards' confidence, there's guys on the squad who are putting up numbers in this ballpark similar to whatever. And they also have the accolades to back up those stats as well. Anthony Edwards is young. I'm sure his time is coming, man. If anything, if I'm looking at somebody who I think should take that challenge as being the number one guy or fighting for that position, is Jason Tatum. You were playing with a great guy with Jaylen Brown, who got Finals MVP. Why not show up to the Team USA roster and prove why you were deserving of that championship and possibly getting an MVP as well? It's just that you got another great teammate on your squad. I think he should be the one that really shows up and let people know what he got in his game. Two-way player, just got a new contract fresh off of that championship. He's looking like he could be a face of the league now, or he's entering that conversation. But what do y'all make of this, man? Do you agree with Anthony Edwards? Are you looking at it from the standpoint of put aside accolades and what you've done, who is the most skilled player? Are you looking at Anthony Edwards thinking he's that guy, he's right, give him the ball, everybody clear out? Let me also add, if I'm a Timberwolves fan, or if I'm somebody in the Timberwolves organization, I'm very happy and excited that my star player, franchise guy, he has this kind of mentality, especially as a young, promising player coming up, really tapping into his potential, right? It's not even like he's growing into it or he had to grow into it and get to this point. He already has it. It's like there's a head start and he's playing ahead of the game. All right, anyway, salute for listening, peace, and let me know what y'all think.